Hi. So this video is not going to be the same that I usually do. I am still scripting. So things are all over the place and think of it as more like a 3 a.m. conversation with me. See, I feel when you're constantly bombarded with PR, ad gimmicks, Bollywood, Hollywood, media, internet 24/7, you realize internet doesn't really need to control you. And by that I mean not by force. It can calmly just sit down, rewiring your brain with more repetition, distraction, and a sprinkle of dopamine validation. Until one day we start mistaking algorithm's voice as our own. So when I started my channel, the whole point was I am 23 right now. I am going to learn a lot of things, new ideas when I sit down and think about something. That is what went on in my head when I was thinking about this topic as well. I have made a video earlier about beauty standards, and there was this one thing that people pointed out during that video, that I am someone who's fair skinned. Why am I talking about beauty standards? This is me at the age of 6 years old. I was called out names all my childhood for not being fair enough. And I'm still not fair enough for a couple of people. And you know what? I don't give a shit. All my life, my skin has changed a lot. Skin color, I've had phases with good skin, bad skin, 15 to 22, the worst phase ever, to be honest. So I will always voice my opinions if I have a platform for this 6-year-old girl who, before clicking the picture, mentioned to the photographer कि uncle photo gori aani chahiye. No matter what you or I look like, we are never ever going to be perfect. The prime example being, now you can see me on this video. I have a light on, okay? I have makeup on. I look very different. But I have uploaded a couple of my pictures yesterday on Instagram where you can see every picture has a different angle, different light. I don't have makeup on in any of them. But see how different my face looks than right now. Well, we girls know for a fact whatever is on screen is very different, but we tend to forget it ourselves at times. Because the moment I see my videos, I feel like, is it me? This doesn't look similar. So just know everything that you see on screen, including me, is very curated. Whenever I talk about anything on my channel, it's things are very basic. Let that be internet trends, or media, or whatever I'm talking about. Embarrassingly basic, to be very honest. The most common things in the era of internet. Yes, it's important. Life is anyways very difficult. Reality is very difficult. So I don't want to make my channel more cluttered, chaotic, or bombard you guys with more bar graphs, data, information, or whatever. I want the space for you guys to feel as if, okay, it's not just me, others feel the same too. You don't feel alone. Now, let me share with you guys my insecurity and chaos that I have been through. I started getting really bad acne at the age of 15 up till 22. I've changed my phone actually. If I find old pictures, I'll add it for you guys. Every day I woke up thinking I was the ugliest person alive. People who knew me before, the moment that they saw me after that happened, what happened to your face? What is wrong with you? And trying to even touch my face at times as if I don't know what is going on with my skin. You know, people really need to stop doing that. If I have acne or I've put on weight, I've lost weight, whatever is going on with me, trust me, I know. You don't have to point it out. I went to several dermats, nothing really worked for my skin. So I thought, okay, now this is something which is food related. So I started cutting out food from my diet. Eventually, I got scared of eating, and mind you, at the age of 21, my weight was around 35, 36 kgs. My height is around 5'4". So now you know how underweight I was. In the picture, it looks good here. And obviously, Instagram made it 1,000 times worse. Filtered faces, perfect lives, my insecurities went off the freaking charts. Some creators, to be very honest with you all, they share their journeys, their bare face, if they are someone who are going through PCOS, PCOD, what it does to their skin, their body weight, all these things. It really helped me. But for 30 seconds. So once I put down my phone and I'm back to like reality, my problems haven't faded away. They're still there. It's great that people talk about it the way I am talking about it. But if there is some sort of thing that you might be going through right now, it is you who has to fight alone. And that is what I understand. No matter how much I'll say things which are very preachy or as a advice or whatever, it is not going to work that well because I am not in your situation. You have to face all those things yourself. Might make you feel a little good, and that's what I'm hoping for today. So, with all of these things going on, after my 10th grade up till my junior college, my graduation, there has been something or the other going on with me. If not skin issues, then my body image issues start. I sort of isolated myself big time with all of these things happening to me. And I mastered the art of being alone. Not being locked in my room, but being very, very picky with who I choose to invest my time with. I turned 23 last October, and that is when I bought my first makeup. Because obviously, I was scared to eat food. It is very obvious I'd be scared to put on any sort of cosmetic on my face. That is what was going on. All of these insecurities seeped in. It reflected on me making friends also because I obviously isolated my ass. And if you are someone who has a very supportive, loving friends group, you're God's favorite child because I certainly am not. I still am not confident. I am learning my ways. I really want to be able to actually post a video completely barefaced. So I'm not going to say that I am very confident already. No, I'm not. And to be honest, I'm not really pushing myself. I'm not forcing myself right now because my 16-year-old self would have never imagined that I, of all people, will be creating content on YouTube and actually have people who really like watching me. I've studied insecurity and self confidence like a syllabus. And I'll improve by time. I know that. I've dealt with all of these things alone myself, and I will keep dealing with it. You and I wake up, consume, consume, and consume. How to lose weight, how to reduce fat, how to get rid of your cortisol phase, how to get supplements to get skinny, how to do this, how to do that, or even manifest yourself into skinniness. That is something that I saw. Anti-aging skincare loving influencers who are 17 years old with literally baby skin and zero real life stress. Like she has already got her like 2025 summer essentials lined up. Obviously, glowing up is a seasonal responsibility nowadays. She is that girl this summer, this winter, and also has like a wish link added for all of us. So you and I can also pay for overpriced serum wrapped in a box, inside another box, padded with enough plastic to cover the Pacific Ocean. And mind you, I am not someone who's against skincare. That has helped me too. But not the way it is being promoted on social media, especially by influencers who have no clue about what they are trying to sell. Once that's over, we again scroll. More trends, wedding core, mob wife, soft girl era, this era, that era, baddie core, more plastic core, fast fashion clothing hauls, more things that you will wear once and regret forever. All of these things are justified under the holy trinity of self care, self love, and retail therapy. Consume till the world ends, and then we will hop on to the next micro trend. What's next? The old money aesthetic. Clean girl, cool girl. It's people giving us formulas how to be the next it girl. You use that formula and you end up looking like everybody else. Because now wellness and self care isn't about the vibe or how you actually feel good within. It's more about buying a particular product. My hair isn't hairing today, my skin isn't skinning, my nails are brittle, I am sorry for breathing. God forbid we once look like a human. Self care in 2025 on social media looks like just shopping from Nykaa, Pink Love sale, or whatever that they have, as if that is going to, you know, hit a tick box for me being the next it girl. Hair care routine, skin care routine, nail care routine, body care routine, eye care routine, soul routine. And let me say this very clearly. Overconsumption isn't self-love. In a world where we are addicted to speed of fast thoughts, fast healing, fast aesthetics, we have convinced ourselves that even love should come with a price tag, especially self-love. You've got money, congratulations. You can buy your way into the It Girls Club. And if not, you clearly do not love yourself enough. You're not glowing enough, you're not grinding enough. Because apparently, real self-love looks like a 23-year-old influencer doing laser facials, weekly hair care treatments, a vacation in Goa every month and is getting a brand new car with a ribbon on it. And the rest of us just wondering if using a budget friendly lip balm makes us emotionally unavailable or not. And let us get this one thing straight: beauty standards aren't really standards, they are seasonal offers. The way we get mango in summer, and we tend to treat them as internal rules. But those certain standards have never ever stayed the same. Like, they are just shape shifting nagins at this point, and that is what is expected from us as well. Shape shift with your wallets wide open. Once upon a time, it might be completely about being fair and lovely. Early 2000s, my mother mentioned it to me that it was all about being bombarded with ads around being fair. After that, I noticed the size zero era. Do we remember Kareena Kapoor and Aishwarya Rai? And it was like for a moment everybody just lost their collective minds. What are we women supposed to do? Gift ourselves weighing scales like it's some ritual for me to actually enter womanhood? With social media, another change happened that we girls, I guess, noticed the most. Kylie Jenner. Big lips, snatched nose, BBLs, and the current buckle fat removal. Like, be curvy, but with a itty bitty waist. Like, basically, what do you want me to look like? A Coke bottle? In India, our sweet, delayed response system is now catching up. Suddenly, aesthetic clinics for lip fillers, Botox, frozen foreheads have become the norm. But wait, plot twist. What will be the next trend? Natural beauty again. People will start dissolving their fillers, chase the clean girl aesthetic, but ironically, even that will require for us to have like 12-step skincare routine with 5 serums that each cost like 5,000, 6,000 rupees. So here we are: skinny era, curvy era, glass skin era, Korean skin era, baddie era, baby face era, because obviously on the internet we are seeing 15-year-old or like even 9 to 10-year-old girls using retinol, doing their skincare routines. We in a way convince ourselves that our real faces aren't important and our bodies do not get the memo. Like, what do you want me to do? Upgrade myself like iOS? Or else like we girls are going to get expired? Or maybe I will have someone come up to me say, no, this is not insecurity, this is just you lagging behind the trend. What are we supposed to do? Our face becomes what last season? All of these things that I mentioned regarding Botox, curves, why do all of these things happen? Because media refreshes beauty standard as if it's some sort of software update. The people who got those surgery done were sort of in a way pressured to look like a certain way. There will be pages and surgeons trying to do after and before pictures of a certain actress or some model, or trying to figure out what treatment she has gotten done and what not. So you can check it out, and if you like it, you can go and get it yourself. We will be shown surgery and cosmetic treatment as the goal, and then we are also the same people who will shame getting cosmetic surgery done. So now, do you notice the cycle? We will shame the surgery and then shame you again because you do not conform to it. Either way, you and I lose. And when we girls see that, we sort of, in a way, knowingly, unknowingly absorb it. Okay, this is what is pretty now, so obviously it is acceptable. Now, next is that I do interact with you guys a lot on emails, okay? So this is one topic that came up, and this is a single sentence that I very vividly remember of someone saying, men also do not know about makeup and clothes. So why do we have to know about news, history, general knowledge, science, and all these? I get what you're trying to say here, but this is what I have learned over time. What is going to help you more in life? Understanding your country's history, basics of finances. I wasn't aware about makeup earlier. I survived. And yes, I myself consider makeup as a form of self-expression and art. That's valid. But unless you're a makeup artist or someone who works in the media, your world will not revolve around a contour palette, to be very honest. So we can't keep saying that I'm just a girl, let me wear blush and shop. Do you realize we again conform to the stereotype that this is all that girls know about? When we say things like this, people get triggered, but let me say this. Can we not conform ourselves into little boxes? You and I can do makeup, wear good clothes, watch K-dramas, romantic movies, read novels, know about history, politics, current affairs, all of those things. Being informed is optional? Since when? And why? The whole bad girl Delulu era, I get it. It is cool. But don't actually start doing it to yourself. The 10 steps skincare routine that you and I follow is not going to help us or inform us when there is some policy change or how the taxes work. So, as I said, do your makeup, do your aesthetic, do your hauls, do whatever you want. At the same time, be aware. Information shouldn't be optional for us. Support your soft girl creators. At the same time, support other creators too. Females who are very great at storytelling, news, want to be really great journalists, are working in STEM, all of them deserve the same sort of support and audience, because we know as girls where the most engagement goes. We are constantly bombarded with clothes, makeup, etc. It's not either or. And do we even sit down and question ourselves this one thing? Why, at a young age, we girls are introduced to makeup, to Bollywood songs, not really seen as human first who deserve to know other things in life as well. In a way, I feel we are trained to be very body centric. Shade matching, lip color matching, all of these things are our default settings. We are taught that our skin is first and our mind is second. Why are girls pushed more into aesthetics and men more into politics and other things? Why is that happening? And I feel nobody really told us we could be interested in more. Nobody told us beauty is fine, but it is not everything. If you are someone whose story is different, lucky you. I've seen my batchmates, I've spoken to a lot of you guys as well. Again, if your situation was different from mine, God's favorite child. That's all I'll say. All of these messy things become so exhausting. I mentioned it to you guys that I got back on Instagram because it was very important for me to find out things, content that actually will help me to put out my thoughts better, like even give me more video ideas. And 5 minutes in, I was mentally drained. I was on an Instagram detox myself, and the contrast since I've been back, it was just so strong and so evident. You wanna know what I noticed? Two things. A non-stop feed of influencers telling me, glow up, apply makeup, be that girl, shop this latest top, wear that outfit, buy this summer skincare essential, turning myself into a ad. What in the Naptol commercialization is this? And the second illusion of self-worth comes from a 2000 rupees lip balm. Anyone? But to afford that lip balm, we need money. And for money, we need a job. And for that job, we need to learn about more things than just aesthetic. Not everybody is working in the same industry. My MBA starts and I might just stop posting because my studies are more important to me. And to be very honest, we have to ask ourselves the question, who gives these people the sort of engagement that they get? The audience. So until and unless this is what we consume, this is what we'll become, our insecurities are not going anywhere. They are selling us makeup, clothes, creating new insecurities, selling us product for that exact insecurity that they created, adding a tag of empowerment to make it a little more palatable. And let's not even talk about the sudden trend of stratification of aesthetic as well with Indian GDP. I saw a 19-year-old girl who met her husband at the age of 15 while the guy was 21, and she's 19 right now, pregnant with a child, cooking while he sits there like a feudal lord, and that is glamorized. I saw the comment section of people being very supportive. The real women that I know in my life are married, taking responsibility of their family. They are not running away from it, they're working. Their husbands help them, their in-laws help them. They got married at an age where they knew for a fact that they were independent financially to take the responsibility of having a child. But what we are shown on the internet is really, really extreme. And nobody is saying don't get married or don't do skincare, don't do this, don't do that. But you have to realize the pattern of the two extremes that you're shown. So the next time some influencer is selling you her next holy grail of skincare, ask yourself who's really paying for it. Alright, you are. She's earning, maybe getting free products on top of that. You're burning your salary. Even if it is not doing anything for your skin, what if this sort of product just ends up ruining your skin altogether because you're not going and asking this to a dermat, just doing what your influencer is saying? I still wonder, why is our default identity still tied down to our looks? Why are we made to center our entire life around how we look? Self-care is important, of course it is, but it cannot become my entire personality. But the main question is, will the media let us have that? Be painfully cautious of what you consume as content. We need better mainstream conversations around feminism. The ones which are not rooted in influencer gossips or celebrity statements. And let me be very honest, the system can't be stopped overnight. It has been the same since centuries. I saw a lot of interviews of actresses in the 90s speaking about the same things to actresses in 2008 or 9, and now they have completely stopped. The media feeds off our insecurities. And we bought it. I did, you did, we all did. Now, can we at least remind ourselves that we are more than our bodies? Learn about real women, speak more about them actually. Historians, reformers, freedom fighters, and not just celeb with a very, very heavy PR. I watch anything and everything sitcoms, movies, whatever feels good to me. But I consume it as fiction, as entertainment. I don't let it change my mind anymore. I made those mistakes earlier. Content is just curated fantasy, not real life advice. So do not let it dictate how you think, feel, or live. The obsession with appearance that I have experienced has been mostly because of pop culture, constantly telling me I am nothing beyond my looks, and my insecurities haunted me. But I sort of redirected my energy into reading, learning. I don't know. I just feel like, why does it even matter to us so much? It is so difficult to rewire our brains back to being normal. Even you might be questioning, we know for a fact that we are more than our bodies, what we look like. But how to explore a different space again? We saw the movie Chhawa, we know about Shivaji, but how many of us took the effort to go and read more about Jijabai? For me, it was a plus point actually because I am someone who's lived in Maharashtra. I'm a state board student. So, in fourth standard, obviously, my history textbook taught me a lot. That piqued my interest in history, to be very honest. That is where it started for me when it comes to history. I recently completed a book on a homes and I'm exploring different dynasties from the south right now. So, my question is, until and unless Sanjay Leela Bhansali is making a movie on Jijabai, casting Deepika Padukone as the next lead, are we not going to care and take the effort to do it? That's a habit that I had. I'm trying to change it. Please change it yourself as well. It will help you a lot, trust me. Our self worth is catered on pop culture, which I feel is not how it should have been, to be very honest. You guys will hate me for the things that I'm saying in this video, but we talk about feminism, but we don't read female writers as much. We don't celebrate women who actually reform the society. In place, there is more vocal conversation around influencers and celebrity. And the real voices of women that should have been genuinely out there, heard, read about, are drowned in absolute silence. Pop culture actually dictates our selective activism as well. Women who fought for our rights, right to vote, work, study, are really forgotten. We don't talk enough about them. Let's just say that. Because it is very evident from the amount of engagement that influencers get and amount of conversations that happen around these women. In a way, we have handed feminism to celebrities or PR gimmicks. Even when we talk about self care, not just the sheet mask, but the real kind. The one that was taken for medical practices. The one where Angela Davis and Rosa Parks used for resistance. Now it's a $1.7 trillion industry. True self care is reading, resting, doing community service, engaging our minds in sports, exercise, other things. But in a way, we all are busy watching celebrity chaos, arguments, and who wore what where. A doctor treats, an engineer builds, actor act. But so much of importance is given to actors. We treat them as if they are our life coaches or something. Now, here's an honorable mention to you are someone who's not from Maharashtra and hasn't really explored Marathi cinema or Marathi literature. I highly suggest you guys to do it. Even songs, because I believe in Ajay Atul supremacy for sure. You guys obviously know women such as Ahilyabai Holkar, Savitribai Phule, and Anandibai Joshi. I'm currently trying to read more about them, so I'll keep updating it to you guys. Before I end this, let me remind you guys again. Lipstick and lip gloss should not edit out our intelligence. Do we remember Elle Woods or not? It's not a flex to say I'm just a girl. It's a problem when we think women only know and should care about beauty and their appearance. Again, being informed is not a masculine trait. It shouldn't be. Saying that, oh, I'm a girl, I don't follow politics. More than men, it is required for us to follow it. Please. This is exactly where the real empowerment is needed. There are many women working out in other fields other than influencer creators. Pay attention there as well. It's high time. Again, giving you more recommendations. Learn more about Sarojini Naidu, Hansa Mehta, Sucheta Kirpalani, Amrita Preetham, Indra Hinduja, Lakshmi Reddy, Mahadevi Verma, Rashid Jahan, Subhadra Kumari Chauhan, Mridula Garg, Suryakant Tripathi, Ramdhari Dinkar, and Srilal Shukla. Do give their books a try as well if you are into Hindi literature. I would say set your standards high. Fill your feed with that sort of content. Automatically, your mind as well. Because once you do, no brand, no influencer, no PR gimmick is going to affect you. Because they will not be our benchmarks anymore when we read about women like this. Don't let your environment or social media define your standards. You choose it yourself. Let those standards come from books, philosophy, literature, and not celebrities and influencers. Not just them. You like celebrities, influencers, follow them, but not just them. There are other women who also exist and existed before us. And if we don't change this, let me be very honest, we will get boxed into trends reduced just by our body and our faces. Focus on your mind, your growth. This is what I did that has changed me. I had my insecurities. This is what I did down the line. I focused more on things like this. And after a point, I don't sort of care about influencers anymore, nor celebrities, especially the celebrities who do so much of carbon emission and then I have to bend down and praise them or consider them or put them on a pedestal. No, I'm not going to do that. All these things, all these books, these women sparked something in me. I started thinking more about overconsumption, the environment, what I want to do in my life, what standard should I set for myself. And I'm still working on it, to be very honest. As I said, I'm not fully confident yet. It's a journey, and you will see my process by time. That's it for today. Thank you for coming to my yapping session.